Okay, this video reviews the customizable forms feature, and this feature is extremely powerful because any kind of paper-based forms that you currently have, in just a minute or two, you can actually turn those into digital forms. So you're going to get real-time information from staff, no more lost paperwork, no more paperwork filled out that you can't read either, and pretty soon we're going to have the ability to view reports from summaries of that data. So let's hop into it. To go to the customizable forms, you're going to click on the left here where it says Forms. Now let's start by making a form. So you're going to click Add New Forms. The title of the form, let's call it Incident Report. Description, this is a description of the form. Any of the details you want to give about the form, go there. So let's first say, first question is what happened? For example, this is kind of help test. Example, maybe fall from ladder, electrical, fire, etc. And we'll make that a short answer. And we're going to submit that first question. Okay, so we can see up here that that question is going to show up for us, so we know that went through. Great. We're going to add a second question. We'll say, how serious was the incident? Question mark. And let's actually make that a multiple choice question. So let's say minor, say medium, or major. Okay, good. So we'll hit submit again, and we can see that this second question populates here. Okay, so let's write who was informed of the incident, and let's make this one a checkbox list. So these are various people that they can check. They can choose one or two or all. Let's say ambulance, say manager, and let's also include the workplace safety and insurance board, and we'll hit submit. Okay, now we're just going to go up here and we can see that yes, that question was added. Great. Okay, and let's just ask one final question. What else should be, or let's say needs to be known about the incident? And let's just make that a paragraph or kind of longer text, so that's that much more space for the person to look at. Okay, great. So we have submitted all of those questions. We're happy with that form. We're just going to go down a little bit further here, and we're going to now select which workers to assign that form to. So let's click both John Smith and Jane Doe. We're going to choose Assign Workers, and it says your form assigned successfully. Okay, perfect. So that form has now been assigned to your mobile staff. Now you may be saying, okay, where do the mobile staff view that? They are going to be able to view it right from within their app, and they click on that Forms section, and then they can choose which form they want to complete, and they'll see the questions as they come up. Now let's go back to the Managers portal, because you can see how you're able to view completed forms. So we're again going to click on Forms, and before here we just made actually a different form called a mileage report. And so from here we're going to choose Response. And now there's two different ways to view the responses depending on the type of information you want to glean. So firstly, you can choose each individual form response separately. So that's if you just want to see one mileage report, say from John Smith or from Jane Doe. Or you can choose each question followed by all total answers. And we'll go into that next, but let's start with the individual responses. And so there were a couple examples filled out here. You can see when they were filled out. So let's just go to John Smith here. Okay, and so we can see the answers to each of these questions. So what date and time was the drive at? You know, that's what was filled out. Here we go. So that's how you view an individual form. Now let's actually say that we want to get a better idea of trends over time. So let's just go to forms again, and we're going to choose to view the responses again. But this time, let's choose each question followed by all total answers. So right here, we only have 2 forms that were filled out. So it's not a ton of information, but say we're trying to get a sense of, okay, on average, about how long are these trips that people are claiming. Then here, where we have a couple forms that were filled out, one by John Smith and one by Jane Doe, then we can see each of these answers here. So if we had, say, 10 answers for the day, we can get a sense of how many miles each trip was on average, or what the trends are. Okay, and soon enough, we're even going to have this information so that you can kind of see more details in the form of reports. So to do that, you'd go to Dashboard, and you can see that we're soon going to have those types of reports in this kind of an area.